Hello, you beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel. I hope you're having a good day today. So, today, obviously, you saw the title of this video. It's about a political message, and we will definitely be getting into what I channeled for the message today. But first, what I want to talk about is that I'm still going to be posting these political readings weekly, but I think with how I'm settling into my channel with this new name and with scheduling readings around my other, schedule, my other personal schedule where I have other work that I want to do and that I want to focus on, I think I'm actually able to edit these political videos in the day that I record them. I may not post it the same day, maybe the next day, or unless I'm busy, maybe later on in the week. But yeah, I think I'm going to be able to post these political videos the week that I record them. With how I was planning them, scheduling like a week ahead, and then, recording them and then scheduling them for the following week, I just didn't feel right when I was doing that the past couple times with these videos. So yeah, I'm going to record them and then get them out as soon as possible. And then that way it also gives me time to see if anybody comments any questions, and then I can include those in the next video. By doing that, still keep in mind that political news changes rapidly, and if I see a question that has popped up but it's already kind of happened or it's come out to the public eye, then I may not include that in the next video, or I could maybe like take the question and change it up a little bit, and then whatever is fitting in the current moment. Excuse me. But I think that's all that I want to say. Other than that, with the change in the political videos, other things are going to be staying the same, where I will be scheduling them. I'll record them and then schedule them for a later time, because I'm also focusing on putting up shorts at the moment on TikTok. I'm still getting used to it. I have had a TikTok for a while. It's just not something that I had always been interested in. So I didn't really, I haven't really learned how to do it. But you can find the link down below in the description for my TikTok channel, and please go ahead and follow that channel. Maybe give me some likes. That'll be great. But other than that, let's go ahead and get into our channeled message for today. So first off, I want to say that I did feel like, as I sat down to channel these messages, I needed to write it with my evil eye pen for protection as well. And this pen also has a obsidian up at the top here. Whether it's real obsidian or not, I don't know, but it doesn't really matter. The color is black, and so therefore it's still meant for protection, and it's got the evil eye on it too for protection. Not to say, and I'm not saying protection for any like big danger. I don't want to make you panic, but obviously this month, because of the shutdown, we talked about this in my last video for the political message. Because of the shutdown, SNAP benefits have been lost to, or have been on hold, at the very least on hold, or I don't know how it is in other states, maybe taken away completely, I don't know. Yeah, it's just those benefits for people who are on snaps to be able to get food for themselves and their families are either on hold or has been cut because of lack of government funding, because of how the government is spending taxpayer money. Okay? That's pretty much it, and it's terrible. And I feel like this protection wanted to come through for all of you who are on those benefits, who have either lost them or on hold. But whether you've lost them or it's on hold or not, it doesn't really matter. Either way, you're not getting those benefits this month. And there are people who are really struggling financially and are scared about being able to feed their families, and they don't know when they're going to get those benefits back. It's a terrible situation that we're in, and it's not okay, and it needs to be fixed. But this is why the protection wanted to come out. Because another part of the channeled message, and I'm actually going to keep this pen in view for protection. Okay. Other messages that wanted to come through that revolved around this protection and with SNAP benefits and possibly anything else that may be coming that the government just doesn't care about. And that it's going to be hurting many, many people. Many, many lives. Spirit wanted to come through and say to have courage, stay strong, and stay united. This protection here, Spirit is here to protect us. And though it may not be like an instant fix, like what we all wish, what we all hope for, Spirit is here to protect us. There is such a protective energy going on right now around us. And yeah, Spirit just reminding us to have courage, stay strong, stay united. Help your neighbor, help your friend, help your family member. Help strangers. I'm sure that there's going to still be many, many protests to come. I don't know, honestly, if any that are scheduled right now, but yeah, we need to stick together. And I think last video we talked about, or at least one of the videos we talked about, these protests growing in numbers, and people are just getting more and more fed up with not being cared for, with not having their money come back to them in ways that help them, not having, I know some people are upset about their taxpayer money going to help people who are on SNAP benefits, but like, they're just believing what MAGA wants them to believe in. Nobody's stealing benefits. And if there are people who are lying to get these benefits, it's a very, very small amount where I believe eventually they end up getting caught in the end. Anyway, and then taken off these benefits and probably punished in some way. You know, whether that's a fine or whatever it is. But like, people who are on these benefits really need the help. And if you're able to help with your taxes, like, I think that's a great thing, to be able to help each other out. And maybe more and more people are going to be waking up to that when they realize just how much it affects them as well. But I think there's still a lot of people who are still in the MAGA system supporting the MAGA government right now, who are like, yeah, it's rough now, but it's gonna get rough before it gets better, right? Not realizing that who we have as president right now is just stealing from them. He's building a big ballroom. How is that going back to the people? That's only serving himself. But something else I wanted to touch on was when I was sitting here writing these in my journal, writing these messages in my journal, in preparing my reading, the more I was like starting to get ready to read, the more anxious I felt. And it wasn't my own anxiety. Like, I felt fine. It was just this anxious energy around me that started to make me feel anxious. And I realized that this anxiety is in relation to possibly two things. One, what we just talked about, the collective energy, especially with those who are probably on SNAP benefits, and then any other energy that where people for the collective who are fine, they're not on these benefits, but are still anxious for those who need the help and aren't getting them. They're just anxious seeing how there's so much injustice and that hardly anything is being done about it. Okay, so that's where that anxious energy is coming from. But I also feel like it's an anxious energy with MAGA. And it started off before, I started feeling this anxious energy as I was preparing the reading. What I was getting in the channeled message before that energy popped up was possibly more talks around the orange man's ear. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's his ear that was supposedly injured in an attack during one of his campaign rallies during the election. And how I figured that out was very recent, like, it's been a while since I feel like, or at least from what I've seen, anybody talking about his ear. I could be wrong about that. Like, maybe you're sitting here going, oh no, I've been hearing about it a lot. That's perfectly fine. It's just from my perspective, I haven't seen a whole lot about it recently. It pops up once in a while, but whenever something big is going on, like with SNAP benefits or with the event that unfortunately happened around Charlie Kirk, and then of course we got the files. It's only once in a while that the ear popped up. But I feel like that may be popping up again because, like I said, I saw that image again talking about it on my my personal social media for Facebook. So yeah, I started seeing that again, and then as I was getting these messages, very quickly did I actually see, like, on my laptop an image of an ear before it refreshed, like my page refreshed, and I was like, okay, that's really interesting. Out of all the things, an image of an ear during this time when I'm channeling this message. So yeah, I feel like there may be some things coming up about that again, and that whole event that happened during his rally. And then that was followed by hearing just the word, it was just secrets, 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 secrets over and over again in my mind. And then I saw an image of a ball of yarn slowly being unraveled. And I wonder if that actually is, I feel like it might be starting this month, because I believe it was my last video that I was talking about how starting this month and going into February, the energy is changing. And I just kind of feel like this ball of yarn, I said slowly being unraveled, and that's kind of true, but I feel like, it has layers, right? So it's like maybe this month is the first layer, and then next month is the next layer. So it's a steady flow that this is being unraveled, and it's not happening as fast enough as we would probably like it to be, but I feel like it is being unraveled. And again, this is just a prediction. This is not saying that it is going to happen this month. I know it sounds like that, but it honestly is the feeling that I'm getting. Because energy can change, but yeah, it's just what I'm feeling. And like, look, secrets can't stay hidden forever. They eventually do come out. You can't lie forever. Eventually it does come out. And then also as I was sitting here writing all of this down with my evil eye pen, I just kept feeling like something else wants to come out. And like I'm trying to tune in, like, to the channeled message, being like, okay, what is it? What is it that wants to come out? But then I'm realizing I feel like this is just the energy in general. That we, the people who are fighting back, want answers. We just want those answers. We want those secrets to be, we want those secrets to be revealed. So I feel like it's a collective feeling of just needing those answers, but also the secrets that MAGA are holding that's just bubbling up and ready to just overflow and spill out. It's like it's just going to burst out little by little. And then like I said, we've got this ball of yarn that I'm seeing that's just slowly unraveling layer by layer. So I am wondering if secrets are going to be starting to come out this month. A little bit, because right now I feel like as a collective we do have I'm going to call them as theories, that we do have them as theories right now, and we feel right about those theories, like with what happened with the election, what's going on with the orange man's health, of course the files, there's Charlie Kirk, there's a ton of things that probably some people would just say they're just conspiracy theories, but there are also a lot of things that do deserve to be questioned because it's weird. It's weird, it's horrible. But also some of them honestly are just kind of obvious, just based on how the Orange Man and his cronies are acting. But until actual evidence comes out, we cannot say that we actually know for sure. And even here, like, I can tell you what I think, my cards can tell you, my pendulum, which we'll be getting into, can tell you. But at the end of the day, they're still just predictions. Okay, they're still just predictions, and until we have something actually solid out there in the public as proof, there's really nothing else we can do, right? So let's keep going. I want to see if we can get anything with the cards today. See if it wants to give us anything else before we get into the pendulum. And then eventually we'll end with an affirmation and a positive note. And then we'll wrap up this video. Oh, okay. Okay, so the first card that wanted to pop out. Okay, this is interesting. We have bouquet. We have happy, harmony, love. I feel like this is more about the collective fighting back, staying united. So this is just more confirmation from Spirit that we need to stay united. But also, I feel like with this bouquet, this is that protective energy from Spirit. This warmth from Spirit. Maybe some people are going to be creative too, because that's one of the words on here. Creative about how these secrets are going to be released. Oops, okay. This card flipped out as I was shuffling. We have man, so this can represent just about anybody. Ooh, alright. Then as we're talking about the man, these are falling out. We've got mice. Oh my god, I can't pick it up. Got mice and clouds. So I'm gonna put, this is probably the two different energies that we're talking about. So for man, it could resemble the Orange Man, I think. I'm trying to remember. It's been a good few months since I used this card to represent somebody specifically in the government. I don't think I used it for the orange guy, but it could be Vance that I used this, but I don't feel like it's I don't think it's him. I know in my last video I said that I was feeling something weird about Mike Johnson. And even now, I heard his name when that card pulled up. I heard Johnson. So it could be him. But it could also represent maybe any of those 3 people that I just mentioned. It could also just represent MAGA in general. This more... I don't know. I don't know if you guys feel the same way that I do, but this whole MAGA movement, and I don't mean to say that masculine energy is like a bad thing. I'm not saying that, but it does feel more masculine heavy. And I say this because we're in this new time. It's going to get kind of into astrology a little bit here. We had entered Aquarius in Pluto, I believe. And Pluto does talk about big transformations, okay? That's what it deals with. It's actually at home in Scorpio, but right now it's in Aquarius. And I've heard this time with Aquarius and Pluto being very feminine focused, being very, this energy being about like self-care and healing, and then we have this unity, people coming together, supporting each other, whereas with masculine energy, it's more action oriented, and that's kind of where we've been at for a very long time. And I feel like this energy, and I've heard this before, wanting to stick around. And if you think about historical events with us in this masculine energy leading into this Aquarius energy, I think you can see like the shift starting to happen with women wanting more rights, fighting for their rights. I've even seen it as like, you can even see this as a generational thing, like with therapy. You know, our parents in the boomer generation didn't really have I don't want to say they didn't have access to therapy, it just wasn't as out there. But over time, and you've seen it probably within this past decade, more and more people are going to therapy, more and more people are taking the self-care, right? So that's kind of what that feels. That's like the best example that I can give, that I can think of right now. It's trying to hold on, this masculine energy. And that's why I feel like this is probably more around the MAGA energy, not just a specific person, though, like I said, it did feel probably a little bit more of a connection with Johnson, but I think there is doubt here in this energy. It's becoming tired. But it's also this MAGA energy, because we also have stress, anxiety, worry. And like I said, this stress and anxiety could go to the people here who are trying to be united. So maybe this should be more in the middle. also feel like MAGA is just this dark cloud. We probably, like for the collective, feel like it's just this dark cloud that we're trying to help clear away. But even in this card, we've got the sun poking out. And that's what I mean. Like, secrets can't stay buried forever. Lies can't stay hidden. Eventually the truth is going to come out, and it just kind of feels like that's that sun peeking out. And I think MAGA can see that. And they're scared. They're scared because the people aren't just sitting back and taking it. You know, we're like, hell no. No, this isn't right. This isn't okay. You're hurting people. And so we need to stand up for each other and ourselves. Okay. I feel like that one did want to come through. Yeah. We have the ball and chain. It's just this heaviness. And I'll put that in the middle too. And I feel like the one on the bottom wanted to come out. We've got ring. I feel like with ring, this needs to go over here with this lighter card. Because this really does feel like an agreement, an unspoken agreement, really, with the people coming together for like these protests. I guess it is spoken because it does get planned out, but it's just this alliance. We have alliance, we have trust, we have a commitment to each other, a bond. Okay, I really don't feel like any more wants to pop out of that deck, so let's go ahead and get tarot. Yep. I feel like this one on top as well. Okay. So one thing that came out was the Knight of Cups. It did show reversed to me, and then we also have the Page of Pentacles. Actually, I feel like putting it that way. Yeah. We've had the Page of Pentacles pop up before. And I do feel like this still represents a new beginning for us as a collective, as a whole, as those, you know, as our country, as the world fighting back. Like when the fight is done, we'll be able to start again. This to me goes along with the cloud, which is why I put it here. Cups is not really necessarily about the mind. That's more swords. Cups deals with creativity and emotion. So it could connect over here with this creativity too for those who are fighting back. And it's just a very slow, well, I don't want to say very slow, but like we got the right flow going. It's not happening as fast as we wanted to, but we got the right flow going to fight back and get these answers revealed and stuff. But because it showed up to me in reverse, I feel like it does relate more on this side of things. Bringing in that doubt, that hesitation. And I think it's just going to grow from there. MAGA's already feeling it. Yeah. It's probably being slowed down too. We also have unclear, and I think that's why sometimes it's kind of hard to get a full reading around this energy, because there are things that even block me from knowing everything, because we just need to let it happen naturally. And also protection as well. And it's not just for my protection, it's for your guys' protection as well, for anybody who's watching this. Yeah. I've been wanting to focus on specifically this cup that's in the Knight's hand. I feel like at first MAGA felt like this, ready to charge ahead with a full cup of what they believe in and excuse me, and what they plan to do for just themselves, really, and not the country, not the people. But us fighting back is spilling their cup. They're losing momentum. Yeah. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into a bit of the pendulum here. So I got 2 questions that I had written down. So I want to ask those, and then we'll ask Spirit if they want to say anything else to us. Spirit, are you with us? Yes, thank you. Okay. Let me see here with my first question. Are secrets going to at least start to come out this month in November? Yes, thank you. Is it going to start with the orange one's ear? Yes, thank you. Are we going to hear more about the files this month? Possibly, okay. So, again, that's just how the energy's going. Like, my pendulum is actually, it's steady, but it's slow. I've definitely seen it swing faster than this before. Is there a chance that we won't hear about his ear this month? Possibly, okay. Thank you. Is MAGA starting to lose momentum? Yes, thank you. The people fighting back, are they helping to, the energy that they're providing, is that energy helping to reveal these secrets. Yes, thank you. I just heard keep fighting. Stay united still. Keep fighting. Is that correct? Is that the message you want to receive, or you want to tell those who are watching? Yes, thank you. Are there any messages that you would like to give us today? Yes, okay, thank you. What is your first message? H? E? I? S? G? O? I? N? G? D? O? Are you saying he is going down? Yes. And I feel like I've had that in a past video. He is going down. Maybe even my first political video. He is going down. And when you say he, you mean the sitting US president at this time? Yes. Thank you. Do you have any other messages for us today? No. All right. Thank you so much for coming through and giving these messages to us. We greatly appreciate it. And blessed be to you. Okay. All right. So he is going down, guys. He's going down with these secrets. But let's go ahead and end this video on a positive note. Well, I mean, I guess that's positive too, but like a positive affirmation. Make us feel better. All right, we got two. Oh, actually, these also wanted to pop out as well. So let's start off with the first two here. And I think we may have had these before, but that is okay. We've got a lot of talk about love again. I create mindful moments throughout the day, reminding myself that I am love and miracles are natural. Definitely, I'm going to put that over here, definitely a very positive energy for the collective with love and reminding ourselves that We are love and miracles. Miracles fighting back. Miracles in releasing these secrets are natural. We are creating miracles. We have the presence of love will always cast out fear. Oh, I love that. We're casting out fear with this cloud card. We are the sun. We are the sun hiding. Well, I don't want to say hide. We are the sun being blocked by the clouds. But eventually, clouds do disperse. And then it brings out the sun. We are pushing back. All right. We have next, I choose love no matter what. I love that. I choose love no matter what. As a collective, we are choosing love. We are choosing togetherness. We are choosing unity. And then lastly, I am the dreamer of my dream. Okay. I am the dreamer of my dream. We are the dreamers of our dream. We are dreaming of a better future for our world, for our country, for the people. And as long as we hold on to that dream and fight back, casting out the fear, casting out the darkness, choosing love always, no matter what, allowing miracles to happen naturally, reminding ourselves that we are love, not just individually, but as a whole, as as a unit, togetherness. We will cast out this fear. We will have a better future, a brighter future. Again, remember that sun is peaking. All right. Thank you so much for coming by and watching this video today. Please don't forget to like and subscribe down below. I greatly appreciate it if you also go to my TikTok and follow there if you're interested. But yeah, thank you so much for coming by, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Bye!